Thank you very much, Mr. Dan. Solar has been, for me, a thing of great passion. It's been a name that has been since when we were in school. We used to have a small club near my friends, and each of us had the soul, maybe Chevy soul, Temmie solar, and so on. That's how it was back then. So after we finished, some of them actually worked with me at the initial stage, but they're all successful in individual things they're doing. But if you to ask what has made I've been in this business since 2006, so this year marks our 10th year. However, the business was officially registered in August 2008. So with the CAC, it's 8 years. But in the arts, it's been about 10. I was working before I started it. And I think the main thing that I can attest to being the symbol of the reason why we have kept this level of performance has been two standby words that has been a part of my life, which is quality and integrity. Quality being a state of ensuring everything is at the point of excellence. With the best or limited resource you have, you do the very best with it. And integrity, I believe, is the currency of business. So if you can do business, and it's been a reason why our clients have been happy working with us. They find it convenient because we are professional. Just tell us what you need and go ahead and implement solutions for it. I studied engineering, and solution provisioning is next to and which is what I've come to apply to the event industry.
Studying engineering, what's the connection with event management? Is there any correlation?
Well, yes. As an engineer, you have processes, you have procedures, you have work methodologies that for an event business, it's pretty much the same thing. Because as an engineer, you get to project manage your design. You call the design, you have to ensure it gets from point A to point B, and the same thing happens with the event industry. You have your individual vendors. Part of the engineer, you have it as service providers, and you harmonize them based on timelines, based on resource, labor, manpower, and everything that you need. So it's the same level of, which I think has been part of the reason why our work has been unique, because we apply this engineering skill to our delivery, our processes from a world-class business. I used to work with a multinational, so that's the same process that I've applied here. It has allowed us to be able to ensure HR, inventory, and the entire work process is working, and thank God, it's been a blessing. Well, I would, to say secret of success would be to say you allow yourself dream. You let yourself believe that yes, you can. It's not been easy running a business in Nigeria. You have the predominant problems. Now we have no fuel, we have no electricity. It's bad. We're running gen on black market. But back then when we started some 10 years ago, I was working as an engineer, so it was in between that period. I was using my salary to buy this to ensure that was happening and running the process. After I close from work, I go into my event passion and start doing it. Well, being an entrepreneur, you have the ups and downs. You have to anticipate it. In the first 5 years of every business, you have your challenges. It's like really more than marriage. You have the challenges. If you can somehow the first 1 year, the first 6 months, you change your mind and try. Maybe you have a contract that doesn't come through. You decide to you quit, but you don't quit. You come back on the saddle. 2 years after, you have challenges. Matter of fact, every human being has challenge every 3 months. It's a standard. You have a crisis. Not necessarily call it challenge. A crisis. We are all currently going through a crisis. There's over electricity that has disrupted our way of life. So every 3 months, we're on beating, whether you like it or not. Even if you're in church or you just do fasting, you have a challenge, a crisis that you have to apply your mental capacity to solve. So to now go out and be looking for trouble is increasing your problem provisioning. So if in a year you have 4, by virtue of 3 months, 4 crises by quarter, okay. But you now go out and don't do things with integrity. You apply. I was listening to a church service yesterday at the fellowship, and they were saying, the bishop was saying, you can't collect money to supply 20 products and supply 18. It is wrong. God, yes, we are all praying for prosperity, but if you don't do it the right way, there's a process. The process. There's a reason why you are successful. It can be predicted. Success can be predicted. Failure also sadly can also be predicted. It would be ridiculous to say, okay, say for example you want to bake a cake and somebody wakes up and say, okay, this is the way you bake a cake. You have egg, you have flour, and by the time you mix it, you start getting to the point of baking a cake. You have your yeast and all. And somebody now comes and say, yeah, I want to make a cake, and it carries flour, you carry a bowl that you do, and you put garden egg, and you believe that you make a cake. It is predictable. You can look at this person and say, listen, this will not happen, but they won't believe it, or maybe perhaps until they see it by themselves. Yes, building business in Nigeria is interesting. There's a lot of money to be made, but you need to apply some level of maturity and empathy to the people you are working with, to your vendors, negotiating the best deals, getting your best deals from your clients. And so empathy needs, and of course some fingers are not equal. Some can, some can't. So the balance needs to be struck. Well, the challenge that we are facing right now is more of first we have a group called Up1, Association of Professional Event Managers. It's a rallying group. It's not as effective yet because we are still in a number of building phases. But we have a lot of event managers, event designers under this umbrella, whereby you can come in and say challenges. We have a regular meeting. We had an end of year recently. We support each other. So to say a challenge would be the business, because of, I would like to say, Michael Porter's 4 forces.
Okay, good.
The main challenge we have is there is zero barrier of entry.
Zero barrier of entry in terms of regulation?
In terms of regulation, in terms of who can be an event planner. Yes, we have association, we have bodies, but people can do business irrespective of this relationship, of this association. Meaning, you can, if you are, say, the wedding industry, for example, the last bride can and use often a new event planner. They might decide to do it for a couple of months and change their mind, but they would sit on a call this person. You can do your entire event now from Instagram. You can go on Instagram, pick your MC, pick your and they will come in and perform. So I won't call it a challenge. I think I will call it
it's a dynamism.
Yes, a lot of flexibility. There's no we are still in our infancy as a group, but on an international scale, the African content at the Nigerian events are actually one of the highest. I've done events in America, and the truth is, if a white person can do a white wedding, it's going to be impossible for this white person to do a traditional event the way an African event planner would do it. So it's a good export. We have over 200 tribes in Nigeria. You have the TV, you have the video. These people have their culture, they have their bridal interests that the Indian or Pakistani person in America or London that wants to do your event will not be able to pull off. So that is why we initiated our American branch called National King Signatures by Soul. National King is the name of my first son, and it's based in Houston. It supports this. Aside the huge Nigerian market in America, you have the multinationals that also celebrate what you call cultural day.
Wonderful.
So you have Coca-Cola, you have an Exxon that wants to celebrate Africa. You could come up with a Zulu concept. You could come up with the, Ethiopian. Why have a belly dancer when you can have an Atilogu dancer from the boat dancer as a strategy, which is being bought. We are pushing and pressing up on that front.
Some people said that you, Temmie Amodu, you are a kind of event scientist. Why do they describe you as an event scientist? Is it because of this, what can I call it, these inclinations to cultures, to the nature of what people want they're going to be? Really, are you the event scientist?
Well, I would be humble to say, well, that's people will say what people will say.
Yep.
What I focus on is giving my clients the convenience, the ease of the solution that we provide. I look at the trend. I'm a child of pattern. I see how the direction is and position ourselves accordingly.
Let's say we anticipate.
Yes, we anticipate, we project. I am a futuristic thinker. I think that's what most leaders should be visionary. You see, okay, in the next 5 years, what's going to happen? Why is this happening like this now? What is the next best thing? And we also, because of my interest, my empathy to my clients, it helps me come up with affordable. So I didn't spend a lot of money for my wedding, which I have seen some eye-bulging, events done. I've had events whereby the principal will say in the invitation, if you don't have a street in VI, you are not invited.
That's quite.
Yes, you can have your father can have a street in Ojota, it's a problem. If you're even in Lekki, if you're not in VI, if it's VI, Victoria Island, Ozumba Badiwe, Kadeshala,
yes,
you are not invited. And that was the VVIP session. So it's an interesting, and we pull it off. It's part of a level of creating a uniqueness to your project. So yes. National TV, I would, but I think relationship is important. Attend their functions, be empathetic to their need, because as a service provider, when whatever you do affects your clients. It might cost them their job if you don't deliver well. Yes, you have someone that works in the top as a communication manager somewhere, and he trusts you with the projects, paid you however and you don't pull it off. It will tell on the brand, it might tell on the person's job. Sometimes it does tell on the job. At some point, so just give the person where you yes, you did this project, this launch, you didn't do it well, you did this launch, and end of year it goes bad. So being empathetic is important. Maintaining a relationship is also fun, but above all, do quality. Give them do above what you are paid for.
Wonderful.
A lot of people don't know it. But Deco Kobo as a name, as a business name, was registered before, was conceptualized before Soul Events. T-Soul, as we have it. Deco Kobo, by the name, suggests doing events affordably. I've never been a big fan of wasting or not necessarily, as you could create class by simple is much as well. So Deco Kobo hopes or has been to provide affordable, quality, quick service to the up and coming market. I'll explain further on that.
Yes, please.
I've been in this business for this amount of time we have been. We've come to find out that if we are not careful as a group of event planners, the people that are actually making all the money are the carpenters, the welders that we use, the people selling the fabrics, the import these fabrics. It's a torrid task to to even do an inventory of your fabrics. You want them clean, you want them neat, you have to maintain it bulky. The people actually making the money are these other people, not us, the creative team. We want to have the best vases, we want to have the best fabric table covers, the chairs, we want the best of lighting. You buy. When do you actually sit back and say, hey, where's the money? So it's attempts by virtue of volume rental to make it affordable for virtually everybody. We have a huge inventory, we have warehouses across, and by so doing, we hope to see a rental mall where people come in. Okay, I want this. You can have a cart and just roll it and say, okay, give me that, pick this one, pick that one. And the forward design for the Tekakabo rental platform, we intend to have a mobile app which is already in development, whereby you can sign in as an individual, and you can sign as an individual event person, and you can rent off the platform, you can buy off the platform, and there's a unique one that we have put up in there, barter.
What do you call it?
A barter system of rental. Now, what we are hoping to do is for the established event people, and even the ones that have gone ahead to invest in this endeavor. So there's so many moving parts. You have flowers, you have crystals, you have this table society, you have the barter, you have the guest area, you have run. There's a lot of inventory to have. And if we all continue this way, yes, we are boosting the economy, but at the end of the day, I've had conversation with a series of event practitioners like myself that have invested heavily. And there's always complaint, because these things also go back. You see a bridal chair from someone, you see this light for this truss, for this show, and you want to buy it. Why buy it when you can barter it? You have something else. You have some very lovely LED furniture, chairs for example. I have it, not doing anything for me this weekend. You have something that I would either to have gone out to buy. Why don't we barter? So there's a system we're creating called event service swap that will allow us to be able to do this trading internally. We have a CAC verification to ensure that nobody gets it. And you are trading with the system really. It's not that in case there come a situation whereby I have something that you need, but you don't have anything I need. It can create a problem or a bottleneck, which we have already tackled by making sure that we are trading with the system. Yes, the value of your item, we are actually renting it. We are renting it in the credit of the business, which you can use that credit as well to buy from or rent from somebody else. You can sell your old elements, you can sell your old equipment that you're not interested in, or you have used and used. Yes, you bought it for a lot of money, but you use it, you can have a residual income for it off a platform that will make it easy, affordable, and everybody wins. That's where the rental the need dispensation of, because the truth is we all cannot go and we're not manufacturing anything locally. If we continue having to import, our dollar and our naira will always suffer. And we have a lot of us already have some of these things, and you have some new things that we would like to have. Why don't we barter? I don't need your money. Yes, we can rent it, we can get money from our clients or every other ways we can use our equipment. But if you're on this platform, we can save you. You can do a project and barter a number of things that you also have committed to support that barter system. So event swap is event exchange is something that we are actively working on. Having a lot of the events people on the platform happy that there's this solution, and we hope to launch in the next couple of months.
That is event swap.
Yes. Well, Yepariba is first I'm an event technologist. I'm a technologist. I did my HND in computer technology before we did MDs and postgraduate. So yes, being technical is something that has been a part of me. I have CSP certifications. I'm telling you my pedigree before we dabbled into the event business. I used to work with MTech, for example, Philips, certifications, design professional, NPC, anyway. So I have all of that, Microsoft, So I have a company called Doxo.com, which is a bulk SMS service enterprises. Now, what Yekparipa is about is to ensure consumer protection.
Wonderful.
Say, for example, you buy a car from somewhere, or you go to an hotel and you book into the room, or you buy this car, or let me use, since we are having an event like conversation.
Yep.
You go to a venue and the venue gives you service. You pay, and somewhere in between the NEPA takes the light, and their gen also has an issue. Maybe they have a changeover gen issue. Your people are sweating. If it's a company, a top company, like you said, the empathy in there, you have messed up someone's job, and someone's means of livelihood. Sometimes the person's children might not go to school because he loses his job or whatever. And this happens. Yes, you try and fix it, but you've messed me up, man. Maybe it's not properly handled. The person might virtually perhaps go online, go on Facebook, right? I did this, person did this. And yes, he has some hype, but it dies out. It goes away. There's no place to check it out. There's no reference to it. It is gone and it is done because of the timeline process, the chronological level of the timeline process of Facebook. On yekparipa.com.ng is a website that we are developing. It is a service protection mechanism whereby the complainant will come and say, this is what has gone on. We will give an opportunity for the defendant to come in and say, listen, no, you didn't pay on time. I gave you the condition. Because some people just come and just slander people because I'm malicious, I'm not happy with you. Yes, you tend to remove the fact that you might have contributed to this failure. You have an MC, for example, configured to come to your event from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. to service you. Your event doesn't start till 2:30. And he's already committed somebody else at 4 or at 5 o'clock. Somebody is going to be disappointed.